Most people wake up in the morning and start to think about their problems. Those problems are connected to certain memories, and those memories are connected to certain people. And things, your brain is like an old tape recorder that plays back to you the same cassette over and over every day. If your brain is the record of the past, then the moment you start your day, you are already thinking and living in the past. Each one of your memories has emotion, and the emotions are the final product of past experiences. So the moment you recall the memories of your problems, all of a sudden you feel unhappy, you feel sad, you feel pain. How you think and how you feel creates your state of being. In other words, it creates your character. If your entire state of being, when you start your day, is in the past, it means your past, sooner or later, will become your future. For example, something that happened yesterday made you angry. Today you wake up and think about it, and you feel angry again. Keep doing this for 2 days, and people will think you are having a bad day. Keep doing it for 1 week, and people will think you're in a bad mood. If you continue long enough, soon, anger will become part of your character. Here's how it usually happens. You wake up and grab your cell phone, you check your Instagram, check your WhatsApp, read a few emails or texts, then you check the news, and now you finally feel really connected to everything that's known in your life. After that, you go through a series of routine behaviors. You get out of bed on the same side, you go to the toilet, you get a cup of coffee in your favorite cup, you take a shower, you get dressed, and you take the same bus or drive to work the same way. Finally, you get to work, and you see the same people that push the same emotional buttons. When the work is done, you hurry back home to do the same things all over again. Tomorrow this becomes your routine, and routine works like a computer program. And now you have lost your free will to a program. It is no longer you who runs the show, but the subconscious program, 95% of who we are. By the time we're 35 years old, is a memorized set of behaviors, emotional reactions, unconscious habits, hardwired attitudes, beliefs and perceptions that function like a program. So then you can say, with your 5% conscious mind, I want to be healthy, I want to be happy, I want to be free. But the body is run by a different program. You are putting the 5% conscious mind against the subconscious mind, which is 95%. This is like putting an average skin guy against an Olympic level powerlifter in a weightlifting competition. No wonder you can't make changes and end up going back to the old program and creating the same life. So then how do you begin to make changes? Well, you have to get beyond the analytical mind, because what separates the conscious mind from the subconscious mind is the analytical mind. And that's where meditation comes in. Through the practice of meditation, you can learn how to change your brain waves and slow them down. And when you do that properly, you can enter the operating system, where you can begin to make fundamental changes.
I'm sorry,
Most people wait for a crisis, trauma, disease, or diagnosis in order to start changing. Joe Dispenza's message is this: why wait for negative things to happen? You can learn and change in a state of pain and suffering, or you can learn and change in a state of joy and inspiration. Most people spend 70% of their life living in survival. They live in stress, so they're always anticipating the worst case scenario based on past experience. They literally choose the negative things out of the infinite potential in the quantum field. They're selecting the worst possible outcome. This is like looking at the menu with an endless amount of food and drinks and choosing the worst possible option. This is how it happens. Every time you recall the negative event, you produce the same chemistry in your brain and body as if the event is occurring again. You are sending the same emotional signals to the body. Your body is your unconscious mind. In a sense, your body doesn't know the difference. Your body thinks that the event is actually happening right now. Most people are constantly recreating their negative emotional states by constantly thinking about them. So when it comes time to give up that negative emotion, they can say, I really want to change. But the problem is that the body is stronger than the mind. The body has been conditioned for years to negative emotions. The body was a servant once, but now has become the master. All of a sudden, when you decide to change and step into that unknown, the body doesn't like it. The body would rather feel guilt and suffering because it feels familiar, and it can predict it. Being in the unknown is a scary place for the body. Entering into the unknown is like stepping into a deep river. The body knows that if you succeed in passing to the other side of the river, it will die. It will do anything it can to stop you. This is why the moment you start meditating, suddenly your nose starts scratching. You remember an important task you had to do, and out of nowhere, you get a memory from 20 years ago. This is your body saying, "Come on, just give up and let's go back to our old miserable life." The body has a lot of tools, and it will use every single one of them to stop you from entering the unknown. The unknown is the best place to create your future, and the easiest way to enter the unknown is through meditation. Once you are in a deep meditative state, you can start creating your future. What kind of new life do you want? What behaviors do you want to demonstrate? What kind of person do you want to be? The act of mentally closing your eyes and rehearsing the things or behaviors you want in your life is the best way to create your future, if you truly present. The brain does not know the difference between imagination and real-life experience. Through the active imagination, you are installing the software programs of your future life. Now your brain is no longer a record of the past. It's a map to the future. And if you keep doing it, who knows? You may just start acting like a happy person. The hardest part is to teach your body emotionally what the future will feel like ahead of the actual experience. Simply imagining your future isn't enough. To change, you must emotionally feel it in your body. If thoughts are the language of the brain, feelings are the language of the body. Feelings are how the body understands the mind. It's like having a working internet modem, but your phone's Wi-Fi is turned off. When you feel the emotion of your thoughts, you connect to the quantum field. You don't need to wait for success to feel successful, or wealth to feel abundant. According to quantum reality, the moment you feel it, you generate it. This is how you step toward your future. You become the creator, no longer a victim of your past experiences. We think up to 70,000 thoughts a day, and most are repetitive. Just because you have a thought doesn't mean it's true. Meditation allows you to become familiar with the old self, so it no longer influences you. You begin conditioning the body into a new state. Creating a new self is like creating a new garden. First, you must pull out the weeds and prepare the soil. Only after you clear the past can you begin planting the seeds of your future. Training your body to sit is like training a wild animal. It wants to run back to its predictable chemical routine. But every time you bring your attention back, your will becomes greater than the program. The body obeys. When the body surrenders, there is a liberation of energy. You free yourself from the chains of the familiar past. Repeat this until your future reality becomes your current reality. Thanks for watching.